forget if I've started this video or not. Did I start it? I don't know. My day's all jumbled. It is 11:30. I sent the kids off to school except for Maze. He had a doctor's appointment here in our little village for 9:30, but then we came back here and my husband drove him into school. What else? Well, I folded that laundry. Fed all my friends. And I'm going to do TV dinners. I have a package of pork that's due today, so I'm doing that up. There's actually a package of hamburger that needs to be cooked today too, but I'm doing this right now. This was $6.99. It was $6.59 a kg. So there'll be just enough for the kids. And I do have another couple packs in there, but that's good for another couple days. I'm going to see if my husband can barbecue it when we go to use it. But I'm going to put a splash of oil in there. Just a smidgen. I'll have to go out to the compost after too, because those potato peelings and carrot peelings. It's compost day, so I did drag that compost bin across the road. So did that too. These are just like pork center loin things with no bone in it. There's a little fat, but I'm not even going to try to cut it off because it's fine. I have the carrots and potatoes turned on too. I'm just going to try to cook it all up, get plates together. You know how I do those TV dinners. And that way I can get the pots and everything washed. This goes out in the garbage after. And yeah, tomorrow's Friday, which is exciting. Oh, Maze has a dermatology appointment on Monday up the valley, but usually it's my appointment and his appointment all wrapped up in one. So I called MSI, that's our like health card. Everybody that lives in Nova Scotia has an MSI number. And you got to have that. We don't pay for the dermatologist if you have an MSI card. Anyways, I wanted to make sure his wasn't expired because I couldn't find his valid card. I found like an old one that expired in 2019. But I'm sure that I did get it renewed last year and I just can't find the card. So I called MSI. Yes, I got it renewed. So I got the new expiration date. It's the same number all the time, just the new expiration date. And then I called for me. I did call the dermatologist. It's so hard to get a hold of them. Like, you have to wait at least a year before you see a dermatologist. But last year when we went, I'm sure I seen them and May seen them all at the same time just because we have to travel and stuff. Last night when they called with the automated thing to confirm your appointment, it just said his name. So I called that office this morning. You can't get a hold of anybody. Like, there's no way you can actually talk to anybody. You can't leave a message either unless you're confirming an appointment. But it's just like an answering machine. So I did that and I asked him, like, is it my appointment too? And on the automated thing, you have to have a valid MSI card or you have to pay. So that's like $100. I don't want to spend that because I sent the form in this morning. I did go down and sent in the new MSI renewal thing. It's free, but that's 7 to 10 business days. So I haven't heard back from them yet. If they do call, I'll say I don't need the appointment right now because I'll explain the scenario. Last time the lady was just, last year I remember that happened with Maze. And they don't usually do the exception of letting people not pay. But I had sent that renewal in last year. It just hadn't come yet. So they had the number, but she was going to make me pay. And I'm just like, it's just, anyways. So if I do hear from that dermatologist, I'll say, no, can I make an appointment in 2 weeks? I'll have to just make another trip up the valley for myself. Or when I brought Mace to his regular doctor's appointment this morning, I set an appointment with her for me so she can renew my prescriptions, which I might not even need to go do that. She said there's a rumor he might be retiring anyway, so I can always be referred to another one. Still like at least a year before you see anybody. However, oh, I didn't even turn this on. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. So it's just a lot of back and forth doing things. Only, yeah, the lady that's seen me, she's a young woman. I believe she's a doctor. If not, she's a nurse practitioner. And I was too shy to ask. I don't know. I love nurse practitioners. Doctors are fantastic too, but nurse practitioners, like, they always feel like there's a little more soul to them, and they care and they listen and stuff. I'm not saying doctors don't, but I don't know. They're a little more rigid, at least in my experience. So, a young woman, doctor / nurse practitioner, I don't know. She was like, yes, I'm going to start coming to the village where we are in July every week, like one day a week. Right now it's only like one day a month, I think. Or, yeah. So May is next week. So I got an appointment for her one day in May for myself, which I'm quite excited. I don't have anything. I just want to review all the medications, pills, creams, and stuff that I have. I'd like to be sent for blood work just because I haven't done that in a few years, just to see how things are. And yeah, I'm feeling good about that. I mean, it's a pain in the butt to have to go to a doctor or anything, but I like having somebody close by. That's a wonderful thing. So I said, I was talking to her. I said, well, I still got 4 kids at home. Really, it's just me and Maze that use regular medications for our skin and stuff. But the other ones, she'll take them too. It's just, if like Mally needs an antibiotic, or Messiah needs an antibiotic, or Misha needs an antibiotic. You know what I mean? Like, it's not regular prescriptions like Maze and myself. Because I have asthma, eczema. Maze has asthma and eczema. And I have other chronic illnesses too. Just to go over, because it's nice to be able to have somebody. So that's what's going on. Anyways. So I'm just doing this pork. Go back to this. I finished that book yesterday. I forget if I told you. I haven't started the book 11, but I will maybe today. I might take a day off of reading, because I have been plowing through books this month like nobody's business, honestly. The books that I read at the beginning of the month, it seems like I've read them so long ago. I was reading more horror thriller stuff the first week of the month, but I've just been plowing through books. Yeah, I haven't even updated my Goodreads. Right now it's saying, I don't know, 40 something books this year so far, but I know I have probably 6 books to add to that. I'll get to it one of these days. I'll get to it. Let's stick through that. Oh, there's still coffee here in the pot. I will put that in the fridge after. I set the timer on the coffee maker last night before I went to bed, so it was all nice and brewed when I got up this morning. I got up, went for a walk with Boris. It was cold. It was -3 this morning, and it's only going up to +7 today. But it was cold out this morning. I sent Maze to school with his winter jacket. Yeah, cold. Oh, haven't talked to Dad today, but I stopped there yesterday. Oh, yesterday was Mally's birthday. 16 years old. I need to get her one of those driver books. I never thought when I went into town yesterday, but she'll start studying to get her beginner's license, and it's hard to believe that. We had Subway subs for supper, and she made her own red velvet cake. And she didn't want me to film and stuff. I'm not going to film if she doesn't want us to film. But we all sang happy birthday and all the things. And yeah, she taking part in a 30-hour famine too for schools, so you gotta have at least $40. So we sponsored the $40 to take part in the 30-hour famine. I forget when that is, but the kids that are taking part in it can stay overnight at the high school. I mean, it's supervised, obviously, and they don't eat or whatever, but they have fun activities and stuff, so she's going to do that. We also got her some sushi yesterday. They don't sell it at the Digby superstore anymore, so my husband was up the valley yesterday, so he got some for her. And then we gave her just like a little cash money, and that's it. And yeah, she was happy as can be. But yeah, I didn't really feel like doing all of this, but I haven't cooked like a TV dinner with potatoes and all that stuff in a week or two. We've just been winging it. But yeah, this will be good. This will be good. This will be fine. I'm just going to flip them over. Salt and pepper on this side. I'll add some, oh, just a minute, here's the phone. Okay, that was that dermatologist that I was telling you about. And I explained the situation. So she rescheduled us both for in a couple of weeks. So I don't have to go up on Monday and then go up again another time. And I said, that's perfect. That would be wonderful if you could do that. So, yeah, well I'm still going to my personal appointment for my own personal things, because the dermatologist is just for the creams and ointments, right? But the other things that I have, I'll see the young lady doctor that Maze went to see this morning. That lady on the phone sounded really sweet and nice. She was calling me dear and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, well, thank you so much for being so flexible, because you never know with specialists here in Nova Scotia, in my experience. They might be like, well, you know, no, there isn't any other appointments for another 6 months, or, you know, whatever. But it's only a couple weeks. That works out good for me. And there's nothing urgent that needs to be dealt with immediately right now. So, oh, that's great. Great. Yeah, this is starting to come along. It's still pink in the middle. I'll throw some water in here. I want to get this one up here. It'll brown a little better in the middle. We really need to get some new pans sometime, because this kind of bows up just a little bit in the middle. And, well, that's good. I feel like I got that all sorted, really. Stresses me out. It's not only planning time frames. I always say, can I have the earliest appointment in the morning? Like, if it was 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll take it. I want stuff done as soon as possible. It's a pain in the arse to get up early to drive an hour and a half, but I would take that over a 2 o'clock in the afternoon appointment. Anyways, this new appointment is for 10 to 9. She was like, that's the earliest we can do on this day. And I said, that's perfect. That's good. So I could be home by 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, depending on. Oh, I find dermatologists, in my experience, this guy, he's very nice. He's very manicured and stuff. His hair's always done. He always smells good. He has fancy clothes on, fancy shoes. He has like almost a tan and stuff. He's older, but he's like, you know, whatever. Anyways, it could be maybe a 5-minute appointment. I just find it's like bam, 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 and that's it. I'm just like, I wonder if all dermatologists are like that, because my hands, you know what I mean? Like, I got some cracks and stuff. About this time of year, It's really bad for me, and right when it starts to turn winter and stuff, it's triggers for me and Mace. It really is. Anyways, I'll turn that down. I don't know. I like to go because you can get the prescriptions you need, but you don't get the conversation that you want. And I'm not all about wasting doctors' times. I'm not, but at least a little conversation. He'll look and say this, this, and this, and I appreciate that, but just explain a little bit. Is this ever going to go away? Is there other treatments? Is there, you know, can I get ointment instead of cream? I don't know. It's weird. Am I just getting older and I'm really not one to drag out appointments? I sound like I'm the type of person to drag out appointments. I don't want 20 minutes in the doctor's office, but I want more than 5 minutes when it's 2 people. I really do. But after waiting forever to be able to go see them. Anyways, that might just be how dermatology appointments are. I don't know. I've had limited experience. I've gone to him for years. I still don't even think he remember my name. But maybe I'm not that memorable. I don't know. I'm just getting some water here. Just a little bit. I'm going to turn this up on high. Do I have a lid in there? No. Oh. Here. So I turn it up on high. I'll let it bubble and bubble and bubble and bubble and bubble, toil and trouble, and wait for those vegetables to be done. Then I can just plate it up, wrap it up, and then they can nuke it up in the microwave when they get home. Yeah, see, there's a little vent there. Alright guys, I did it up. My husband was in here heating up some food, so I cut up all the meat, so it saves time and whatever. Maze will probably have hickory smoked sauce, so will Meisha, but that's the leftovers, just potatoes and carrots, but we can add that to something tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, I'm just gonna let these cool and put them away, and then they can just nuke them when supper time comes. Alright, that's done. Here's that package of hamburger that needs to be cooked today. I'm just going to fry up. This is the pork one. I just wiped it out with paper towel briefly. There. So they can have hamburgers, or it can be for tomorrow, but it's going to be cooked up. Alright guys, I haven't checked back in quite a while. I'm outside now. Walked up the road and back, and we filled up the wood box. And brought the compost bin back across the road. Anne's is still over there and whatever, but they emptied most of it, just the stuff that's stuck at the bottom. I got my toes on the ground and my water here, listening to stuff. And yeah, it's cold out, but I'm hot because I just did that wood. And yeah, there's a breeze today too. If I hadn't just did that wood, I would have my big old red winter jacket on because it's that kind of cold out for me. But we'll get a fire going probably. It's not going right now. But now that we got the wood, my husband's working, but when he's done, he can make some kindling because I am not going to twist my body like that. And yeah, the hamburgers are done. The TV dinners are done. So I'm done. You know, food prep anyways. They can have the TV dinners for supper and a hamburger for dessert. I don't care as long as stuff gets eaten and the kids aren't whining for food, because you know how it goes when you got a house full of kids. Ooh, I think my husband started up the wood splitter. He's going to make some kindling. I think I hear the bus coming. Should be. I am starting to get cold now. I cooled off pretty quick. It's that breeze though. That's what gets you. Oh, Violet, it's here. I gotta put my socks back on. Oh, Mace doesn't have his friggin' hoodie or jacket on. Okay, Violet. For goodness sakes. How was school? Oh, he's got his boots. Well, you only got one boot. Everybody had their TV dinners. Meishas over here baking up a storm. She peeled a bunch of apples. My husband brought back 6 apples. Like one of those big bags from a farm market back from the valley. She has homemade pie crust. And she warmed up, like sauteed the apples. And onions. What kind of, it looks like onions, it's not. What kind of spices did you use again? Do you remember?
Allspice and cloves and cinnamon and brown sugar.
Yeah.
Doesn't say to put on
it smells heavenly. It does. So, does it say what temperature you bake it at in the oven?
I didn't stab it
okay,
with a
well,
fork.
You can do that right now before you finish loading up, or the tip of a knife. Oh, Lord. You can just kind of tear it off and patch it up if it needs any patching or whatever. Go for the rustic look. Looks awesome. 100% homemade. How old are you, Mish? 11. You're taking after your big sisters. Medea and Mally. Zaya hasn't made a pie, but she can cook some stuff too. Oh, well, hey friends, it's Tracy from Another Day. Another ending, of course. I'm putting an ending on this video. This is video number 3 I've edited today, which is awesome. I'm on a roll, baby. It's 1:57. I'm about to take these guys for a walk up the road and back before it starts raining. I'm sleepy, baby. Like, I'm so tired. I could just go to bed, honestly, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But that pie that Misha made was such a big hit. She was so proud of herself. Like, you could just feel the pride she was feeling. It was her very first pie she ever made. I think she's made like a chocolate pudding pie with those pre-made pie crusts and stuff, but this is like all homemade stuff. She did it 100% by herself. I just helped her take it out of the oven because that pie pan is heavy and I just didn't want her to drop it. And but besides that, she did the whole thing. She has quite a little repertoire of what she can make homemade now. She can make homemade mac and cheese. She can scramble up hamburger, make spaghetti and sloppy joes and chili and all that stuff. She can bake cookies all by herself, cakes. She hasn't tried the bread rolls yet. She wants to. But, you know, just she's getting more and more interested in it. And it's just such a good skill to learn, really. So when she is up and out on her own, garbage food is nice too sometimes. I'm not knocking that, but it's nice to be able to make your own turkey if you want, or mac and cheese if you want, or fry up. She made breakfast for supper last night. She fried up hash browns and cooked 3 packs of bacon and cooked some eggs, 100% by herself. So That'll be in a different video, but that's what she did. She's just on a roll, and I'm proud of her. And yeah, those TV for dinner things are always a hit too, and it's a hit for me as the mom that I can have all the pots and pans washed up before the kids even get home, which is awesome. But anyways, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, okay, guys, with that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.